Hey everybody, it's Toya Taylor and I am back. I am back with the review for Tyler Perry Sistas Season 6, Episode 1. The title of this episode is Straight No Chaser. Okay? And before we hop into the review, I would like to give thanks to all of my supporters that has checked on me during my disappearance. I would like to say that I really appreciate y'all 100%. I do because I was going through some things, going through a lot of things. Like I took a heavy loss, close loss in my family, and coincidentally, it's his birthday today. He would have been 33 if he would have still been here. My cousin, and I have his flowers right behind me for support. So I'm holding up and I'm coping. I'm feeling a lot better today, and I'm just gonna enjoy this day and enjoy this review as if he was still here in physical form. So with that being said, we're gonna hop right into it and we're gonna enjoy this review. Okay, so we hop into the episode where Maurice had to pull up at the airport looking for Q because he had a tracker on his car, is what he stated to Kevin on the last episode of last season. So he was telling Kevin that he had a tracker on his car and he about to go get his keys. So he pulled up to the airport. Clearly his car was there, his keys was there. He was trying to get them back from Q, but Q wouldn't give it to him. Instead, Q pulled a gun out on Maurice. So Maurice and Q, they tackling each other down for the gun. And then, y'all, lo and behold, a gunshot go off. And come to find out, Q got shot by Maurice. Looked like he got shot up in the shoulder somewhere up in that area. So I believe that he's going to be okay. And plus, he's doing a lot of talking. Like, he doing too much talking to say that I'm dying. No, you ain't dying. You alright. Just hold on, brother. And stop all that talking before you lose all your oxygen before the ambulance can get there. So, y'all, here come Kevin. He done popped up at the blue, y'all. Come to find out, he done followed Maurice to the airport because he was trying to stop Maurice whenever Maurice was telling him he going to go get his keys back. But Maurice told him, look, I'm not you. He ain't about to take all my shit. Although he did anyway. But yeah. Calvin had pulled up and he was like, something told me to follow you. Now mind you, that Calvin had already told Maurice that, you know, the African just got you out of jail. You out on bond. So you might want to sit down somewhere. And the African, I'm not even gonna call him the African. Calvin got me saying that. But bro man bro man, he probably definitely not gonna want to fool with Sabrina on this situation no more with Maurice, simply because he was already questionable about it. And now, as soon as he bond Maurice out, Maurice go and do this. Now he's back in the midst of an investigation, you know, and not to mention they not even done investigating the first mishap. So I'm just like, Maurice, you constantly getting back in this dark hole with Q. Constantly. And I understand that you was trying to get your car back, trying to get your keys, but why do you call the police? That's what I don't understand. And then when the police approached the scene, now they questioning Maurice like as if he's not a victim. Let me put this on the side because it always want to store it up. But they questioning Maurice as if he's not a victim. And I knew that was going to happen simply because you came to his job talking about coming to get some things. You know, you don't go to nobody's job. Like, you don't do that. That's how they going to look at it. Why didn't you call the police? If he had your keys, your car, all these things that he had that was stolen, you could have called the police and they could have simply handled that for you. Instead, you took matters into your own hands and now you're being treated as if you're a villain as well. And I hate that for you, Maurice, but you should have handled this situation more smarter than what you did. It's like you keep outsmarting you. And that's going to have to stop. Okay, so Kevin feel the need to call the police. He wants to help Q, although Q done took all his shit too. So he feel the need to call the police. Let's call the ambulance, which he's doing the right thing because at the end of the day, if Q lay there and died, Maurice going down. I mean, clearly, like Q said, it's not Q, but like Calvin said, it's cameras everywhere through the parking lot, so they'll be able to see what really went down. But who knows how those cameras are angled? Will they really be able to see what really went down? Because clearly it's not no audio, so it's not like they can hear what went down. It's Q word against Maurice. And it's up to those cameras to confirm what they're saying. So with that being said, I do feel like Calvin made the right decision and he hurried up and called the police, hurried up and called the ambulance, because you never know what this could quickly become a homicide investigation. Like, it could quickly become that if this man lay here and die. So let's hurry up and try to do something. But Maurice looking at it like, you trying to be on his side. Like, why are you calling the ambulance? Why are you calling the police? Like, I ain't finna do all that. Fuck him. Like, no, he stole my shit. Let's go. I feel Kevin why he ain't no, I'm not about to do that. Nope. Because then that's gonna put blood on our hands. Like, really, really nasty scene that they could pin us for whatever they want to at this point if we run off and just leave the scene. No, we look like, yeah, of course, they're gonna come lock us up. And now Q has won again. Like, no. So Calvin, he's trying to look out for Maurice's safety as well as trying to look out for Q's life, because not only do he not want the brother to die, but he also don't want Maurice to be charged for murder. You know what I'm saying? So Maurice can't get that through his head. So he's sitting up there mad trying to argue with Calvin in the midst of all these, like, dude, calm down. Let's go and call the police. Because clearly, if Q was really trying to rob you, like how you told the police that he was trying to rob you, although he had already done it. So if he was really trying to rob you underneath the parking deck, why didn't you call the police? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you feel like you should call the police? Why are you trying to stop Calvin? Like, no, you need to report this. Period. All of this that done went down. Somebody needs to come get him up off the ground and lock his ass up. Okay? But either way, moving right along. Another thing I forgot to mention before I move on from this scene. Why didn't Maurice mention to the cops that Q had stole his car? And that he had a tracker on it to prove. Like, I don't understand why none of that got brought up. Like, Maurice study playing and coming at the cops real sideways, although they were trying to play him as he was a villain, but at the same time, they really don't know what went on. So, they're trying to treat both parties that way until after the investigation proved that, okay, you are a victim. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that, so, but Maurice, he was handling it really, really immature, and he was not speaking up for what he really need to speak up for, the things that he really need justice for. Like, his whole house is cleaned out. He need to be reporting all of this. I don't understand why he didn't mention it. Okay, Danny is at the bar, and this bartender named Trina, she is begging her for another drink. Clearly, she's already drunk, and Trina ain't trying to serve her no more. So, Trina, she got to the point where she was like, look, give me your keys before I give you any other drink, give me your keys. And you can only get one more. So I appreciated her for doing it. I really did. I appreciated Trina, the bartender, for taking Danny's keys before serving her any more. You know, like it's too many ride shares out here. It's too many taxis, too many buses that's running all through Atlanta at all times, all hours. So I don't understand, why people do choose to get heavily drunk and then try to drive home. Or even get heavily drunk whenever when they know that they have to drive home. But we're not gonna even get into that right now. We're gonna hop back on the review. So Danny, she is begging Trina for another drink. Trina took her keys and she went on and served her another one. Next thing you know, guess who done popped up? Preston. Yeah. With no Mindy. Of course. So, well, not this time. But she on the way. But anyways, so Danny suspected Preston got a tracker on her car. Like, how did you know I was at the bar? How did you know to find me here? Like I said, in previous reviews, all these men be stalking on this show. Okay? That's why I don't understand why Karen was the only character that got called out for stalking Zach outside his house that night. Why she was the only character that got called out whenever all these men it seems like that's what they do for a living. Stalk these women. Gary got a whole setup with a telescope just to spy in on Andy. Oh, let's not forget to mention the preacher man with Karen. He at her door every 5 minutes, even when she's not at home. Then bro man, we got him peeping through the corner. Y'all. How did you know Sabrina was out of jail that day? I still want to find out. It's really giving stalker vibes. What these men be on. Now Preston, here he come to the bar. How you knew she was even at the bar? Y'all. And y'all can say that, oh, Preston know Danny's hangout spots. He just guessed. He probably did. But it's still questionable. Anywho, we're going to move right along. Y'all, Preston had the nerve to ask Danny, do she want to meet Mimi? Again. Why? Like, honestly, why would you even want your very current ex-girlfriend? Like, y'all just split up 5 minutes ago. Why would you even want her to meet your now soon-to-be fiance that she just found out about 5 minutes ago? Why she's drunk, drinking at the bar, and probably, about to do a number on your ass. You and Mindy. Like, you should want to keep Mindy far away from her tonight as possible. We can do this another day. That's another thing. The timing be so off on this show. Why would you be so rushy for Danny to even meet Mindy anyway when you just told her about her? Like, Preston, get back. For real. You doing a lot. For real. And so Danny was letting Preston know that she don't want to meet Mindy and he can really get the hell on. And Preston had the nerve to say, because Danny asked Preston, was she with you when you called me? I just need to know that. And Preston had the nerve to say, no, she had stepped to the bathroom. Yeah. She had stepped to the restroom. Okay. And Preston felt the need to go ahead and slide in a phone call real quick. But y'all say Preston is a good man. Preston is just as sneaky as any other man on this show. Clearly. And I don't blame Danny for telling him to move around. Because that showed what he need to do at this point. Go be with Mindy. Stop calling me. Stop asking me to meet that girl. That's your girl. You go enjoy her presence. I don't want to be a part of it. Period. The bartender, Trina, then felt the need to call Andy because she realized, like, okay, Danny, she is a little bit too drunk. Now, me looking at Danny, she wasn't even drunk enough for her to be calling Andy or nobody else, honestly. Like, I get that you just had to run Preston off, but you don't even know who they was. You don't know what they had going on or the conversation that they had going on. And as soon as the bartender had ran Preston off from Danny, that's when she walked over there and called Andy and said, hey, Danny is drunk as hell up here. Basically, like, you might want to come up here and check on your girl. Yeah. So that's when Andy hung up the phone with her, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell she even had Andy's number, but I guess that they just got each other number like that. But she had got off the phone and called Sabrina and Karen and told them to meet her up there at the bar. And I don't know, I feel like that kind of would have made me feel uncomfortable if I was somewhere drunk and needed to be checked on. But one friend got called for support, and then she just called all the rest of the girls and just tell them all my business, and everybody just come up here. But I mean, that's what they do. I do appreciate the fact that nobody tried to make Danny feel less than because of her state of being at the time. I'm thankful that they all came up there and they all let it out on the table. They all exposed themselves instead of just trying to expose her for her immaturity. You know, like they all got immaturity characteristics about themselves that they need to grow up from. They need to change those, you know, those personality traits. So I do appreciate Andy for keeping it real, Karen and Sabrina. You know, but at the end of the day, they all came up there to check on Danny. And Danny, she was all right. She was drunk, but I mean, the bartender had a key, so. But it was a good thing that they still came up there to support her because she really did need it. So, she got over there to, the girls got over there to Danny and they all started talking and just telling each other about the bullshit that each other going through in each other's life. Like, you ain't the only one, basically. So, they got Danny together, and then next thing you know, by the time they was getting ready to leave, Andy, she looked over there and she spotted Preston and Mindy. And Preston over there with his arms wrapped around Mindy like these. Like, this don't look like, y'all look more like buddies than a couple. The way you got your arm, like, couples be more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I've always said my theory is I don't know what this whole Mindy and Preston situation is. In the end, it might be psych, you know, we're cousins, or we were just, you know, I just wanted to see if you really loved me and all that immature shit that Preston be on, y'all. Who knows? It might be real because the way Mindy was looking whenever Danny went over there and ran her down. Who knows? That shit might be true. Preston really ain't shit. And he done gave Mindy the same ring that he proposed to Danny with. Y'all, when Danny had let her know that, Mindy looked like she wanted to cry on sight. And then Preston had the nerve to say, I'm gonna go put her up in a hotel and then come back and talk to you. Y'all, Preston's something else. Y'all, Preston is something else. Seriously, he was really giving Stevie J vibes. Okay. Shout out to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He was really giving Stevie J vibes. Like, is this a Stevie J moment? What is going on? He literally said in front of this girl, the same way Stevie took the napkin. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to do it. The same way Stevie took the napkin in therapy and dapped Jocelyn's nose right in front of Mimi before Jocelyn let him have it when she found out that Mimi is still living in the house. Okay, y'all. The same way he did that, I swear it was giving them vibes. Like, what is going on? He just literally told Danny right in front of Mindy that I'm about to go put her up as if she's some kind of trophy or something that he about to go put up on the shelf. I'm about to go put her up in a hotel and then come back to you so we can talk. And then, y'all, Preston said, I never been in love like this. But he didn't make himself clear. That's why Danny had to call him out. It was like, she was telling Mindy, like, you're okay with this? Like, he's not all that for you to be allowing all of this treatment. Like, you think that this treatment is okay? He clearly just said he never been in love like this. Who do you think he's talking about? Me or you? Yeah. Mindy had to think about it. Y'all, and Preston wasn't even making it clear. He didn't even assure to Mindy, the girl that he trying to marry. He didn't even say, I'm in love with you. Or, Danny, you need to leave us alone. We have already crossed that path and it did not work. You clearly don't want me. So I'm moving on, and I appreciate you if you would respect my boundaries, respect my new woman and our date. Like, he didn't do none of that. He just kept on, Danny, I'll talk to you later. Danny, I'll talk to you. I'm about to go put her up so I can come back and talk to you. Like, then talking about how much he loved her and won't even make it clear to Mindy that he wasn't talking about Danny. Y'all, Preston is something else, y'all. Preston is the new Stevie J. In my eyes. But we're going to move right along. Okay, y'all. Zach and Fatima in the bed, and it looked like they just got through making love as usual. And it seems like they always talking about the same stuff. Zach asking her, do she really love him? And he don't think that she really love him like how he really love her. And he asking her the same question that he always asks, how is you so cool with my baby mama situation? And she's telling him, I'm not really cool with it. He's reminding her, look, I'm going to have to get to know Heather. And, I don't think that you're going to be cool with that. So Fatima, she had to reassure him that, oh yeah, the way that your eyes be rolling in the back of your head. Oh, I ain't got nothing to worry about. And I'm just thinking in my head, I wonder, was his eyes rolling in the back of his head the same night that he got caught at Connie's? Okay. That might just be a part of the Zack attack, baby. Don't think it's special. But, not saying that it ain't. Not saying that it ain't. I'm just saying. Y'all. Either way, we're going to move right along from that conversation. I'm going to leave Zach and Fatima alone on this review. But they started talking about little Michael, and Zach was worried about his son might be getting mistreated over there with Heather. And so he was like, I was thinking about, I've been thinking about that. And Fatima, she was like, I've been thinking about it too. So I guess they're gonna take a visit over there to Heather's just to figure out like what's what. Is the place stable for him to even be living in? Is you stable as a mom? Like they trying to investigate. Like they think they DCFS right now, aka defects. So yeah, that's what they doing. And Zach, he have much great reason for doing it, because I understand why he's worried and trying to make sure that his living situations is stable and everything straight. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to make sure of that? So we're gonna see what happened on that part. But moving right along from them, I forgot to mention the part whenever they had this immature conversation about how many girls you've been with, how many men you've been with. The world will never know how many Zach attacks. How many how many women Zach have attacked. The world will never know. Fatima will never know, clearly, because he never answered the question. But she answered her question and said that it was 7. She said it was 7 men that she been with. And she's been in long relationships. About 3 of them was randoms, but other than that, it equal to 7 men. Zach, he turned around and played like he was asleep on that one because he did not trust me. Her 7 probably, put it like this. With Zach, you probably gonna have to put a 0 behind that 7 whenever he's answering his question about how many women he done been with throughout his whole life. So he's probably feeling like, no, I don't even want to talk about that conversation no more. You only been with 7. Okay, no, never mind that conversation. I'm asleep. Okay, y'all, I'm not trying to make this review long. Excuse me if it is. But Andy, she get a phone call from Gary, y'all. Well, first she got a picture. I'm thinking it's one of them D pics. You know what I'm saying? Them peen pics. Whatever you want to call it, y'all. So the way he was talking, but he sent a picture of his stupid looking ass laying down in the bed with some roses covered around him, talking about when you coming home. Now I'm side-eyeing the word home because when did you put claims on this? Like, when was this home for you, Gary? This home for me, but when is this home for you? I guess whenever Andy handed him that key and gave him full access to come in and out as he pleased. Because clearly, he's at home. And she about to hurry up and get there. Okay? Y'all. I told y'all I am not here for this circus act with them all season. This season. I'm not here for it. But go off, sis. Okay, now Karen gets a call from Aaron and he's waiting outside her home for her to get home. This is her first time hearing from him ever since what's her name, Jennifer, pulled up at the salon, and he didn't even want to speak on who she was, what she was popping up for, you know, how long you been seeing her, what's this. Yeah, he didn't want to talk about it. So now he's at Karen's house at the door to come talk about it. I guess after he done calmed Jennifer down, y'all. These men ain't shit on this show. So, she went on and pulled up over there. And she told him that he can't come in, but you can tell me who Jennifer is. So, come to find out, Jennifer was somebody he was seeing, but it wasn't that serious. Let him tell it. Y'all. I'm not sure if he told Karen that he was seeing, that he had met Jennifer while they were seeing each other, or whenever they went on break, or whenever before, you know, they was seeing each other. But I thought you was married before you met Karen. So that's questionable. I don't really know what Aaron got going on, y'all. He goes down in the book with Preston, in my opinion. Okay? So far. But Karen, she called Pam when she hung up with Aaron, and she was checking on her shop trying to see if Pam done closed up and shut down everything. Why didn't I get a video? You know, what's up? So Pam, she in the middle of having sex. And she moaning all in Karen ear, y'all. She just doing the most. And I don't see why Karen didn't think to herself right then and was like, look, I'm finna go check on my shop because this girl is on one tonight. Period. Like, she ain't, I'm the last thing she worried about right now. Clearly she's self-centered right now. So let me go self-center my salon. Yeah. And y'all, Pam had sent her the video because she said she took the video. She just forgot to see it. So she had went on and sent her the video. And Karen realized that her curling iron was, the light on the curlers was still on. But she didn't send the video until after she had finished having sex. So it was way later after she had done went to the house and talked to Aaron and heard him out with his bullshit. Y'all, Aaron full of shit. But by the time she got the video, she was like, you don't see the red light still on the curlers? Damn, Pam. So she done pulled up at the shop, y'all. She don't see nothing but thick smoke coming out the glass of her shop, coming out the chimney, coming out the walls. She like, oh, no. Hell to the no. To the no. Y'all. Karen grabbed them keys. She hurried up and she thought about it. She was like, Pam. I guess she thought Pam was in there having sex, which I don't understand why you thought she was in there having sex. For one, if the place on fire. And for two, if she called you and told you that she wasn't, I mean, when you called her, she told you she wasn't at the shop. But I don't know. I guess her mind went blank. So she figured that Pam was in there. She was like, Pam. And she started hurrying them, unlocking the door. She got in there. At first, it was like, it was a medium fire. It wasn't even big yet. And if she would have knew how to work the fire extinguisher, she could have put the fire out herself, I feel like. Because the fire wasn't even that huge to where the smoke was big. The smoke was thick. It was real clouded in there. But the fire hadn't even spread it out yet. Like, it was still like at the chairs and at the some of the booths. The salon booths, probably like 3 or 4 of them, you know. But she couldn't get the extinguisher to blow. I'm guessing she didn't know how to work it. I think it's something you gotta pull first, and she probably never practiced on it or anything like that. So she just threw it down and she started losing her conscience. Like, she was losing breath. It was so much smoke she was breathing in. She couldn't even breathe, y'all. So Karen started fainting out. She had to fell to the floor, and y'all, she fell so close to that fire. I literally thought that her blouse was gonna catch or something. Like, her arm was laying right, like not even 5 inches away. Didn't even look like 5 inches away from the fire. That's just how close she was to the fire. So I'm guessing that on the next episode, whoever is going to save her is gonna be literally on the way in there right then and there, because it looked like her, the way she laying close to that fire, if you don't save her quick, she gonna burn. And then we did see on the previews that Aaron had been trying to get in touch with her. He calling Pam like, I've been calling Karen all day. She haven't picked up the phone. Have you heard from her? So clearly we know Aaron ain't gonna be the one to save her. Pam, she like, the shop. You know, so she just not thinking about the curling iron that she left on. And Karen, she went to go check on it, and now nobody has heard from her. So we know Pam ain't gonna be the one to go save her. But who knows? I'm pretty sure the Sistas, or however you pronounce it, I'm sure that it's out there. So I'm pretty sure they got videos where you can catch a clue of who might save Karen in the fire. But I just wonder. I wonder who it's gonna be. Who knows? It might be Zachary. But we'll see. Until then, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl Toya Taylor. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a good day. Peace.